Alright folks, I recorded yet another video. This is me against the legendary Fire Dragon, and I have I've been playing it 4 times now. This is my almost best run. I still messed something up. And I'm just showing you how to apply the lucky Panda strategy with the usual suspects, with the supposedly best units in guild raid. So keep in mind, you have to stomp the egg. You have to, this was really important. I didn't even miss this when I first watched Panda's video. So you need to stomp the egg here with Bullmon, because you do not want to have your summon run around and mess things up. You want to have like a very controlled approach. Your Akio needs to have 4 purple stars to bait the dragon. If that is not the case, you need to use another unit. But that's basically it. Those are the 2 important things. You want to move a unit next to the right side, next to Akio, because you're improving the chances of him going to the left or to the top, or actually you're making 100% sure that he's going there, because you want him there, because then it's easier to go to this belt. Although Akio has 4 movements, so even from here he could move 1, 2, 3, 4, but whatever. I just prefer this. All right, so this is the setup basically. Now your Bullmon needs to be close enough to these toons at the top so he can move into this pocket. Akio, this is the safe space for Akio. Now Bullmon is playing clean house, so these 2 guys go down. Cervidus is going into the thorns, taking out this guy. Queen Akio needs to go here. 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 It doesn't really matter. It doesn't matter. Both spots are fine. This is why I'm thinking here. Because now the dragon, if he were to fly here, had 1, 2 targets. If he were to fly here and you place her here, he had 1, 2 targets. So it's not great, but you're having 3 targets. If the dragon stays where he is. I can never decide which side to put Dorga on. For some reason I like this side a lot. Alright, so now the dragon has 3 targets here. That is why he will stay where he is with his dragon breath. So this is the setup. And now what you really need to do is you need to look at this side, because what you need to understand is like the dragon turn order, because it gets messed up. So far we're still in the regular turn order. This is 4 turns to go. The dragon is now going for the snap. So now we need to move everybody out of the way to make sure that the dragon is not going to snap. So that means all of our units are just attacking and everybody stays where they are, which is not in a nest. And Akio needs to move either here or here. It doesn't really matter. Alright, now we are at 3 turns to go. The dragon is going for a snap again, because there's still a dragonling on the board. So now that means we need to vine up the dragonling. The best spot for Cervidus is this spot. I will explain this later. This is the best spot for Cervidus. This is the one misplay I always make. I cannot for the life of me remember this. This is the spot you want to have your Cervidus in. Why? Because later you want to move the Cervidus down here, because then he doesn't get attacked by the dragon breath. And if you have him here, you can only move 1, 2, 3 spots, and then he's going to get fried. And this is not good. So there's a misplay here by my Dorga. I should have moved... Actually, it doesn't matter, because we get a summon anyway. Yeah. So, snap happens. This is kind of cool. We get a free spot, so Queen Akio can attack again. So Cervidus just did hammer time, so that means Cervidus can now connect with the dragon again. So now we are at 2 turns to go. That means it's time for air fryer. It's time for the dragon to breathe again. So now we need to make sure that our unit positions are all fine. This attack does have the advantage that now there's 3 targets in front of the dragon once we move Dorga. So that means that we get... yeah, we just make it like 100% clear that the dragon is going to breathe in this direction. I don't know why I'm thinking about this for 5 million seconds. Okay, so Dorga attacks. Cool attack animation, by the way. And then Bullmon can just stay there. The question is always, where do I move Akio? The correct move is anywhere down here. Like, Akio is not going to get hit if he's moving down here. And I think this is what I'm thinking about for 5 minutes here. So can we... Yeah, Queen Akio, still cool. Bullmon can attack from the top. Yeah, just attack, Oli. What are you doing? What are you doing? Okay, Bullmon eventually attacks. Yeah, and then Akio needs to move somewhere. Yes, and I realized I can move him here. I don't even know why I'm doing this. Why should I, like, just move him to the bottom? Okay, so my Cervidus attack survives. He's wearing the better mage equipment that gives more health than armor at level 9. He's just gold rank 1. But the dragon can crit, so this would have been better to place Cervidus here and then move him all the way down. However, when you're doing that, you need to make sure that the dragon doesn't have 2 targets anywhere else. Like with this placement of all of your units, this is fine. But if you're moving Dorga out here, for example, Then you have 3 targets here. Yeah, it should be fine, but just make sure you're counting the units. Alright, and then we're basically going in with everybody, and that's it. And at the end of the day, this is my max score so far, 56.5k. Depends a little bit on how many Dorga spawns you get on the very first turn. Cervidus, as you can see, as an epic, actually he has to have 2 purple stars. Didn't even mention this, I'm sorry. To survive 1 Dragon Breath with some luck, but if you optimize the positioning, it's not a problem. My Queen Akio is level 41. Akio needs to have 4 purple stars. It's very, very important. Otherwise, he cannot take or tank the dragon landing. But this is how you apply the Lucky Panda strategy, even without Panda and without Corrin. Now, I realize there's some people in the guild that don't happen to have Dorga. So let's just very quickly try and understand how this works with gigs, because this also works with gigs. If you need another unit to bait, use another unit to bait. If you don't have Akio, do what Lucky Panda showed you, basically. But you need to bait the dragon into this corner. This Dorga basically can be gigs. Like, it really doesn't matter. It can be gigs, doesn't matter. It's easier because you don't have to watch the 1 egg getting stomped by Bullmon. The entire setup at the top is the same. So now in this turn, we're moving the baiting unit out of the way. It can be a Tanamo. Tanamo can move to the side. Everybody, no, not everybody. Most people have a Tanamo. So the gigs was then moving 1, 2, 3 spots here, and then you do the gigs bomb from up here. This is the position that you want if you're attacking with gigs. Everything else stays the same. However, and by everything else, I really mean everything else. So as you can see here, Dorga is moving in front of the dragon. This is what your gigs needs to do. If your gigs stays there, the dragon is gonna fly there. So please, you're gonna lose out on a lot of damage that Dorga was doing, but what else is new? So gigs needs to move into the fire. He needs to move from up here into the fire. So that's very, very important, because if your gigs like stays on the high ground, the dragon is gonna fly here and screw up your plans. So move the gigs into the fire, attack the dragon, and then the next turn you can move him up here and you can attack from the high ground. So it's not all terrible, but yeah, you need to like think a bit and make sure that you're not giving the dragon any baiting, any snap targets. So this is why I always have this open. Basically, I'm even playing with my node now. 5 turns to go, breath. 4 turns to go, snap. 3 turns to go, snap again. And then 2 turns to go, obviously breath. This is like the regular thing that we always see. At least if there's still a Dragonling on the board, because if there is no Dragonling, he is going to go for, there's a name for this, I can remember it in a second, hatched Dragonlings. Alright, hope it helps. Good luck. Everybody should get 5k against this dragon with this strategy. Like 1 run needs to be 5k. Otherwise you're doing something wrong. I'm sorry. If you happen to have Dorga, you can do 10k. If you happen to have Dorga and Akio with 4 purple stars, you can do 20k. And like, this is pretty straightforward. You just need to level your units a little bit. We have a couple of guys who do like 2k or 3k or something like that. That means you're misplaying. If you happen to have Bullmon and Cervidus, you can apply the strategies. All you need, even if you don't have Dorga, you can play gigs. It's fine. You can do at least 5k with the strategy. Hope it helps. Merry Christmas. See you guys on the Discord.